Hey guys, Anthony here from XXX RC Garage. A while ago, I introduced to you guys a new product by Redcat, and it was the pre-assembled chassis kit for the Gen 8. Better known as the pack. Pre-assembled chassis kit. Anyway, I was trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to do with this truck and what my build was going to be. And of course I tried to do this hard-bodied Jeep Comanche body, and I didn't care for it. And it just wasn't me. And I know there was a few people out there who loved the idea of it. And well, anyway, so I switched gears, and my table's a wreck right now because I'm doing so much changes and working on stuff, and it's just a wreck. I'll get it cleaned up this weekend. But anyway, so let me introduce to you my Gen 8, and here it is. Now, I know you guys have watched my videos and you know I do a lot of Ford stuff, but honestly in my background, my uncle had a truck that looked just like this truck, the black with a white roof, and my dad had a 72 Chevy Cheyenne Super, and I love Chevys. I love trucks, so just so you know that. But anyway, let's move on. So here is the Gen 8 pack. Now, a couple things I did was went on eBay and I found this by the club. It's the protector for the servo. And this is a Proline 1966 C10. Body, which I had painted. Now the mirrors I had from another truck. Actually it was from the monster truck with the Kyosho body. So these mirrors and the wipers are actually from a Kyosho. And obviously this is a Proline toolbox back here. So what I did, let me show you what I got. Now, the tires and wheels, these are Pitbull XLs, Rock Beast XLs. These are Chanquish wheels. Chanquish is a imitation Vanquish look-alike wheel. They're about 50 bucks. They're not that expensive. And they're for guys who don't want to spend $150, $200 for a set of wheels. Now, not that I don't have, so I have incisions and stuff like that. So I mean, I've got some good wheels that I did some trade and got, but I didn't pay whole outright for them. So let me take this body off here, show you what we got. So one of the things you're going to notice is I did away with the skid plates that came with this, and these are some 3D printed that actually belong to a SZX10. Somebody made it, and a buddy of mine gave them to me. I had to modify it a little bit to make it fit in here, because these set up higher than the original kit one, which were these, and it was just too big for what I was trying to go for. So anyway, well, because of the interior and the body, I could no longer put the battery here. And when I was going for the Jeep look, I did cut the battery box, which doesn't matter anymore. I'm going to try something different here before it's over with. But anyway, so I ended up making the battery tray over here. And I used the Helios LiPo batteries. They're small, they're compact, very strong, they last a long time. So this is what I decided to use. Now for the motor that I did put in here, and I'm not 100% that's going to stay in here. There was another motor I wanted to get, an ESC, but according to my sources, they're on back order, so it's going to be a while. So I used some electronics I had laying around. Like I got the Savox 0231 waterproof. They're a good servo, don't get me wrong, they just whine a lot and stuff. I do have a new servo coming for this. It's the fan model 25 kg, which I have in my monster trucks. And let me tell you, my monster truck ate one of these for dinner, so I know that it's going to be a really good strong servo. The motor I put in here for right now is the new Radon 17 turn brush motor. It's rebuildable. It's a nice motor. And of course I'm running the Hobbywing 1080, and of course that's my Spectrum radio, which has been waterproofed. Now something I had to do, because of the pickup bed, the towers are extremely tall on the rear, so I ended up taking the towers off the rear. And so what I have got right now is I bought some Hot Racing. These actually are supposed to go on your tower, but I actually mounted them to the chassis. And trying to remember where I put the other two at. Anyway, doesn't matter. So I mounted these in place, and then so I took this cross member here, which looks like it's got a fan motor plate, but also holds the body posts, and I mounted them in between here, so it lowered it down. And you'll see it's got a slight angle to it. There's a reason for that. The shocks are not complete. Not done complete with the shock absorbers. I did have to take the plate off the bottom. Right now the springs are resting on the axles for temporary. And you can see there's like absolutely no drop, no push down. But the cool thing is, in crawling, this is not important. The important part on crawling is this, the stretch, or some people call it the drop. If I was jumping this, yes, I'd want more springy suspension, but I'm not jumping this. This is a crawler, so that's one of the reasons I'm not so worried about that. I'm probably going to end up cutting these springs and leaving these Redcat shocks on here for now until I make my mind up where I want to go with this, and there'll be future videos for that. But for now, this is the truck. So the body is a Proline body, and I'll put some better pictures in here of the interior, but there's an interior in here that actually, see if I can get it to pop out. Comes out. And so this was a clear interior. I painted it everything black, left this clear, and then went ahead and shot this with this Tamiya gray. Actually, let me see if I can find the can. So it's called Corsa Gray, and it's kind of got like a bluish tinge to it. Not blue like that, or blue like that, but it's, I don't know, it's got like a, to me it looked like something you'd see from the 60s. So, and there's a lot of finger smudges right now on this. And what's so cool about this is a Proline body kit, and that's actually from a D90, the steering wheel. This body kit, interior kit, does not come with a steering wheel, so I'm just letting you know right now, no steering wheel with this. Comes with all the data. So anyway, so right now, I'm actually going to be doing some changing here, put a longer screw and bring the steering wheel further up to the driver. That's why this is not glued in or double sticky taped in. And then this is the 1966 C10 body. It's two pieces, you have to bolt it together. But it's a really nice body. I love it. And the cool part about this, and I will tell you, this interior, even though it doesn't say it, it's designed for this, because you see the mold, right in here, and the humps here actually work with that. So when I put this guy in here like this, it really locks in place. Now I did put the holes through the interior body as well as the regular body to hold it in place for now, but I will be putting double sticky tape once I get this thing settled where I want it. And so yeah, that's it. That is the Gen 8 pack builder's kit. I call it a builder's kit. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I hate putting things together. A lot of guys out there who like to build by instruction, and I was never that guy. I like to make things and design things and put things together, but in my own mind, which is really weird, but that's just the way I am. I'm not a guy who does the what do you call it, put the shocks together type person. I hate putting shocks together, but I do love this truck. Check out this that is, actually let me fix my mat down here, but that is right now how it, and you can see how these stretch up, which is fine. So the shocks are temporary until I decide where I'm going with the shocks, and I may end up going with a smaller dimension. The thing with the pack is, or the Gen 8 in general, is I should have showed you this where the body was off, but the shocks go on a ball clasp kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. They're not bolted on, so they lock on to a ball, and which is mounted on top of the axles. So what happens is, to figure out how to remount a shock on here is going to be unique, and I'll figure it out before it's over with, and I will show it to you on a video. But for now, this is what I've got. This is where it's at. There'll be some crawl videos for it soon enough. The only thing I'm a little worried about is, I think these mirrors are going to die. I'm probably going to have to find me some rubber mirrors to go on here, but I figured it looks good right now. Why not? So there it is, guys. The 1966 Chevy C10 Gen 8. Yes, not Pro-Line body, but that's my Gen 8. So there it is. If you have any questions, feel free to put it down in a comment. I know lately I've been a little slow on reacting to my comments, and I apologize, because I do work for a living, and so it's, you know, coming home tired, it's kind of hard to sit down and stare at a screen for a while, but I will answer it, I promise you. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, have fun with RCs.